always feel all just fine. Do that from the station. My castle is this Houston Metro bar. My first stop is Ashbury. With the sign's been gone for years, but the same people wait, 'cause they know that I'll be there. What would you say if I told you that I won't be by today? Would you say that I'm just a bus driver? And what do I know? Just a bus driver. And what do I know? Just a bus driver. And what do I know? I'm always there by 5:15, 'cause lately I've been early. Judith likes to be early to the bank. She gives me conversation, token good right. Says she's happy not alone. And then there's Charles in retail sales, and I hope they pay him well for the work that young man does. 'Cause I've never seen the inside of a custom refrigerator, but I know that he's the first and last one there. What would you say if I told you that I won't be by today? Would you say that I'm just a bus driver? When what do I know? Just a bus driver. And what do I know? Just a bus driver. And what do I know? What they do all day, their respective work, suppose they give money, take money away. Still I'm just orbiting this town with the post office, my son, and I'm circling again. I wonder how this world would be, or if I was never here to drive this bus around from Ashbury to Maine. Suppose this town would be the same when one bus lessons off, and that bank and retail store just wouldn't be the same. What can I see from the lyric confines of my bus drive and see? Leave me, I'm just a bus driver. When what know, just a bus driver. And what do I know? Just a bus driver. And what do I know? Just a bus driver. And what do I know? Just a bus driver. And don't believe that. Just a bus driver. And don't believe that. Just a bus driver. And don't believe that we're all just bus drivers. It's time to go home. Thank you so much. All right, so I mean, we're just not going to stop telling y'all how grateful we are. It's good to come and do this for y'all, and to some of you who came for 2 nights. And just this whole last year, the support that the band has had has been tremendous, and you know, we're not going to be able to say it enough. And we are fairly starstruck by the people who are in this room the last few nights, people who have been with us
some from the absolute very most humble beginnings. We have Tim Thompson, fan number 00001, is here in the audience tonight from Houston, Texas. Thrilled that he's here. Chris Hauser, Jim Sturgeon from our first record label, who are the guys who put us on the map, who handed us our career. So grateful for these guys. Where would we be without them? And also, like, to all of you who kickstarted this thing last year and showed up and told us you wanted this thing to happen, and that is why. Those are the dominoes that tipped over that landed us here in the Ryman tonight. So, how many of you guys did that? I know we've been, like, cheer for yourselves. Who did the Kickstarter with us? Who got behind this thing with us? Wow. We're so grateful, so grateful. And so this next song only exists, it's a new song, and it only exists because of you, because of our dear Kickstarters who got behind this thing and made it happen. Part of the campaign that we did, and one of the things you could unlock at a number we thought was so ridiculous that this would never happen, that I would not have to do this, but you proved us all very wrong, delightfully wrong. And one of the things that happened was, at a certain level, we said that I would write the sequel to Bus Driver, Bus Driver 2. Yeah, the song that no one really asked for, but we went ahead and put it up there. And I know you're all dying to know what happens to this person. How are they doing? It's been 25 years. And so, it was actually a very sweet, it was a great experience, and there's no way that this song would exist if you hadn't showed up the way you did. And so, you know, when we wrote that original song that we just played, I wrote it, it's a simple song. I wrote it because our friends back home in Houston were watching us kind of leave town on the weekends and then eventually during the weeks, and we were, you know, things were starting to kind of happen a little bit for our band. This would have been like in the early 90s and mid-90s, and they were kind of, I think, saying about themselves, like, oh, it's so cool that you guys are doing this, and I'm just kind of here, and I'm like going to school, or I'm working this retail job, and it's just like, doesn't really matter. And what you guys are doing is so cool, and it just didn't sit right with us. And so Bus Driver was written as an encouragement to our friends back home who were doing these seemingly mundane things that absolutely mattered. We cannot know the way that the things we're doing matter unless It's a Wonderful Life happens to us. We get plucked out and you see all the plates that hit the ground because you weren't there faithfully showing up every day doing some thankless job that you're doing. And so that's the way the song got written. And so here for the sequel, it's called Bus Driver 2. I thought we would keep it in real time. So 14 years he had been on the job when we last checked in with him, our bus driver. And so now 25 years later, we're going to pick back up with him in his 40th year on the day of his retirement. It's our fair bus driver's last day on the job. So here's Bus Driver 2. It's also called It All Matters After All. So today is 40 years since I first pulled out of here. I always knew there'd come a day I'd have to pump the brakes. And I love this job. I loved every morning star and every single story I picked up along the way. It went fast and it went slow. It was a long, long way to go. But trust me when I tell you, good things come to those who wait. Charles and Judith never did, not one middle school kid. Cause I always showed up right on time, I was never late. That may not sound like much, but you never know the lives you touch. Just by always showing up, even on the days you feel so small. Oh, it turns out it all matters after all.
guess I didn't get far, but I never hit a car, and everybody got me there to go sing the sound. That may not sound like much, but you never know the lives you touch. Just like always showing up, even on the days you feel so small. Oh, it turns out it all matters after all. Oh, I used to look around and just see strangers crowding in and out. Oh, what it means to live in. Oh, and I can see it all now. Always have the best seat in the house, just to see where we've been, to see just how far we've come together. Sheet cake on paper plates, Judah's family came. I dropped her off on her last stop. I guess it's been a year. I'm now gathered in this place on my very last day. A few sweet souls in orbit and the bus that brought us here. Oh, that may not sound like much, but you never know the lives you touch. Just like always showing up, even on the days you feel so